We don't even have camera.
What the? What?
Oh, we have Scarlett though. Hold on.
I'm like, don't y'all want us to be doing this? Come on.
We were told a bajillion times.
Okay, we're live. We just gotta get the camera going.
We just gotta get the camera going. Come on.
Okay, we're live.
Oh, we have audio.
Good.
We just gotta get the camera going. We get one or the other here, folks. This is so fucked.
Only us, dude. I swear. It's that Scorpio shit.
It's gotta be something. Fuck. Here, let's delete. Yes. Add.
We can hear ourselves.
Definitely. Video capture device. Come on.
Radio.
Yes. Okay.
Come on, you little biatch.
Guess we could have shitty. I'd rather have shitty video than shitty camera. Let's see if we can get. Let's see. Well, okay, so there it is.
Oh, weird.
It wants to be called something different.
But it's still not on there.
It will be. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Transition.
Boom, bitch, are we on?
I think we're on.
Yes, world.
Do we have audio and video all at the same time?
All at the same time.
Let me see. Do we have audio and video? We don't have audio.
All at the same time.
Let me see. We have it. Fuck is that?
Oh, goddamn.
Oh, hold on.
Sorry, world. We're coming.
Boom. Okay, now check it. Oh, hold on.
Sorry, world. We're on.
Ah! Then you go smoke another.
Hi. Okay, well, this is part 2. It took a little
Welcome
work.
to Mercury Retrograde.
Shadow.
Uranus oppose Uranus. I'm not an idiot when it comes to fucking, audio video shit. But, why don't you take this one for now for a minute?
So,
I'm gonna
hi.
go and check it again online.
Welcome to Honeybee Awakens. I'm Melissa. This is Melissa.
Hi.
We are here to help. We're good.
I'm
We're
sorry.
good.
I'm just so excited that we have audio and video. Fuck me running OBS and Scarlett need to get their shit together.
Anyway, so we do this to help those who are
This
awakening.
is what we do. We help you to awaken by dealing with our shit.
And having fun and drinking wine all at the same time. So welcome.
Yes, we talk about everything from spirituality, all the woo-woo shit, divination, like tarot cards, pendulums. We haven't thrown any rocks yet. I don't know how to read rocks and bones. I haven't done that yet. Ooh. That would be cool. Also, aliens. Yay.
Speaking of, can I talk about something real quick?
Let's talk about something real quick because I need a break from all this shit.
Okay, so this guy I met last night.
Brawl's hanging out.
Oh my God, I'm married. But somebody else who is venturing on, right? So I'm talking to this guy.
So I'm talking to this guy. I'm married, though.
I'm married. I'm not having an affair. Anyway, so we're talking. Hi, Chris. We were talking about, so he's like special forces, okay? And so we were talking about aliens and stuff, and he's like, oh, it's a bunch of cockadoodie, whatever. And I said, well, hold up. They came out with all this declassified information, and he goes, it's all smoke and show. He actually worked at Area 51. He was like, it's all smoke and show. However, while he's saying all of this, and everybody's all, let me listen in, I'm like, I know the fuck, right? So I'm like...
The reason why she knows the fuck, if you're just now tuning in, is because...
Oh, yeah.
She has a very long-standing relationship with
said aliens.
Yeah.
Yes. And more on that in a moment. But in this scenario, I was like, I think the smoke and show for him and probably all the military guys. That's what I meant. I think he kept saying smoke and show, and I kept thinking, I was like,
I'm just going to let it go, and then she said it again. Fuck.
Yeah, well, you know.
That's fine.
Brain damage. It's okay.
I'm brain damaged.
I'm brain damaged.
Which we'll talk about eventually. She had brain surgery.
I did. I think we talked about it the last time.
We may have talked about it, but like we were both out of it. Like there's no way.
Because that was right after I got out of brain surgery, and I was a hot mess. But anyway, so I'm still a hot mess, but I'm a functional hot mess. It's like a functioning alcoholic, but functioning hot mess. You're a functioning hot mess too. So I was thinking about it, and I was like, I wonder if he is having the smoke and mirrors himself. Like, are the military having the smoke and mirrors? Because they're like, oh yeah, we're declassifying all this information, but maybe they're telling their military guys that like, oh yeah, we're just telling the public that, you know?
Yeah. Debunking.
Yeah.
The debunking.
But what I will say, because I do have a relationship with the aliens, is they have been very, very quiet. And I think it's because of all of that debunking, the declassification, and all that stuff. They are very withdrawn right now. And they're just like, okay, we're just going to watch from afar. We're not like going to meddle in shit anymore. I'm not really sure why, because again, I'm not hearing from them, but it's very interesting.
It's been a while since you've heard from them.
Yeah. I thought maybe some of that was because of the brain surgery, but I don't think so. Like I'll get a ping every now and then, but it's not full on conversation. I think they're very far away right now. Like,
I think so too. I think they're focused on worldly matters, whereas before they were able to actually come in and individually put focus on people.
Individuals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if any of you ever listen to Dr. Stephen Greer, he's big on communication with aliens and being able to reach out to them individually in your own time and your own right, and being able to communicate with them in whatever form or fashion.
Yeah.
But I think that lately it's been more difficult for people, because I've heard a lot less from it. I've heard a lot less from the whole community.
Quiet.
It's very quiet.
Yeah. And maybe it's because
we've been seeing a lot more stuff, rather than like hearing from them.
Correct. And I think maybe that has to do with, like you just said, worldly stuff, where they're like, let's just see how this is gonna go.
Yeah.
You know, like not so much metal, but like let's just see what happens. I don't know if they picked that.
Oh, it most certainly did. It's fine.
It's a sign.
Vroom vroom, bitch.
So let's start with Mercury retrograde.
Mercury retrograde.
So we're in shadow period, which for those of you who don't know, we are past the point of Mercury retrograde. However, there's a shadow of that planet. Go for it.
No. I'm listening because it's been...
So we're still...
Mercury retrograded me up the ass.
We're still feeling it, right? Maybe not everybody, but I think...
There's a few weeks before a retrograde and a few weeks after a retrograde. It's called the shadow period. And it's when the planet isn't... Hello, Clary. It's when the planet isn't fully direct or fully retrograde yet. And if you don't know what a retrograde planet is and you're like, oh my God, this is so beyond me, go look it up. It's an actual pattern that the planet makes when it goes in its orbit around the sun. It's fascinating. Do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're in the shadow period. We just got out of Mercury retrograde, and we're actually, today is the 1st, so we're having the new moon in Virgo. Mm-hmm. And so pulling out of a Mercury retrograde and then going into a new moon in Virgo, I feel like is a really like jolting.
It is.
Experience too.
It explains a lot. It's why I want to like completely redecorate the house, and I'm like, it's not perfect.
I know. Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit though.
I was gonna text one of my Virgo friends and be like, "Can you come over and Virgo my house? I need you to Virgo my house."
But I do want to talk a little bit about this past Mercury retrograde season because, holy shamoles, let me just tell you. This one, and I don't know if this is for everybody, but for me individually, I feel like there was some closing the doors on things, like closing this.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to close that. And I'm not talking about just like, oh, this was a year thing and I'm closing on that. That did happen with my job, but I feel like, I'm just going to say it because I don't really give a shit. So my ex-husband was like,
I didn't know we were going there.
Yeah. My ex-husband, whom I haven't like really had a very close relationship since 2017, I think, 2016, something like that. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, was like, hey, you and your husband and the kids should all go on the boat. And we were like, what? Boat? What? People?
Wait, why?
You? What? And
I was like, maybe he's just trying to be friendly.
Yeah, everybody was like, well, maybe he's just trying to do this. But then when I realized we were in Mercury retrograde, I'm like, oh God, it all makes sense. Like, I think for me, I don't need that so much close, but I think for him, he needed to close that and be like, okay, now we're good, right? Mm-hmm. We're on the boat.
We're literally on the boat.
We're literally going forward. And it was interesting and it was weird. However, I do think that closed out a session for us. What, in part, Mercury retrograde is supposed to do, right? It brings in past situations, past friends, past jobs, whatever, in order to grow.
There's
heal,
also a big
close.
Yeah. There's also a big there's a Venus cycle that just came to wrap up. There was a Jupiter cycle. And I think we're all like, it's kind of like walking down the stairs. Like, it's like, oh, okay, the next step and the next step. And then you finally get to the bottom and you look back and you're like, wow, okay, we're done.
Yeah.
Are we done?
I would go the opposite because I'm positive. I'm going to go up the stairs.
I like to be close to the ground.
Why? You're not an earthly person.
I mean, that could be. I'm a Venus in Virgo. Who knows? I don't know. But yes, a closing of chapters for sure. Yeah, for sure. I think the last
definite big one. I think
the last Mercury,
but also a start of chapters too.
Yeah. Well, and with every ending is a beginning, right? Yeah. So it's like, okay, well, we're on the same page now. You got off your chest what you needed to get off, and
we're not going into details.
Yeah. But that means that you get to start new, whatever's after that.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
It's a very good thing.
Yeah. How about you? How was your season?
Well, so there's a lot of things I can't say. So we're not going to talk about some of those. There's a lot of fucked up shit that happened this retrograde. I heard from a lot of exes, which is normal during retrograde.
So normal.
But these were big conversations. These were, hey, man, I might cry with this shit.
Uh-oh.
Stay hard, bitch. That's what I tell myself when I get emotional. Stay hard, bitch. So, yeah, they were big conversations. They were ending big regrets, big conversations, big things that were never said or that were misunderstood or, just a lot of big endings. So there was actually a lot of grief for me in this retrograde. My, Abby, she passed, my dog.
That's her dog.
And she was the dog that I shared with my ex-husband. And she was kind of the stitch that kept everybody all together. And, my dog passed before, and then just different life happenings. But when she finally passed, it was kind of like that. It was almost like everybody knew this is an end of a chapter. It's not just Abby passing. It was when she left, she untethered everybody. So
I agree.
A lot of untethering.
I felt that.
A lot of untethering. But a lot of new tethers. A lot of new tethers. And I think in like positive ways. Like I wanted to talk about like the whole Uranus opposition too.
Yeah.
And leading into that, it's just, for me, it's a lot of creativity. A lot of like because I'm a Leo, but I'm also a Libra rising. So it's both aspects. And it's happening in my...
Can you explain a little bit for them what Uranus opposition actually is?
So once, some people get it twice. I guess she could live to be 120 or 130 and get it a third time. I don't know, but I'll
be moving to Oregon and get that lethal injection. I'll be like, nah, I'm done.
So the Uranus opposition is going to be your natal Uranus opposing the current Uranus transition. And it happens between 38 to 46, otherwise known as your midlife crisis. And as a lot of people know, like, the whole stereotypical, like the men will go out and they, I was thinking of something on the way home. Okay. Trading in. Remind me of trading in.
Okay.
We do this.
I have to grab something. My daughter's trying to get something, so I gotta get it out.
Oh,
keep going.
Did they get their food? They get their Chinese food?
They got their food. Now she's making me buy something else. Keep going.
Oh, okay.
Kids,
what are we buying?
Tickets to go country dancing.
Oh, I want to go country dancing.
We're meeting you there, girl.
Oh, we are?
No.
Oh. So men will do the whole buy a convertible, maybe have an affair, get a new hobby, start working out. Like that's the men thing. And the women, they usually completely lose their shit because they're so in tune with spirituality that it kind of makes you go a little bit nuts. Plus you're adding in your menopausal, premenopausal, perimenopausal shit.
Yeah, you just fucking feel miserable.
You're just like, what the fuck? You don't know what to do. So you got to go out and just do stuff.
It's actually a really shitty God.
Oh, that dude. Oh, yeah, we've got some words, but it can be an ultimate moment of transformation. I've been doing a lot of research the last couple of days, and Einstein was going through his Uranus opposition when he, I guess, released his. I don't know if I think he discovered the theory of relativity. Yeah. Rosa Parks, she was like, nope, fuck you. I'm not sitting in the back of the bus. You can suck a dick. So, rebellion, going outside of the norm. It's a very profound milestone in your life. So trading in. I was thinking about this on the way home and how difficult it is for women in our age group, 38 to 46, the Uranus opposition age. A lot of times, and this may be a very triggering, very sensitive subject for some people, but a lot of times that's the age when you get traded in for the newer, younger model. by the husband that you've had for 20 years.
That's why I don't have them for more than, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, kick them out after 2 years. Fuck them.
I was going to say 7 or...
Oh, you're so generous. 10. You're so generous.
I'm joking. But you're right.
Maybe.
You're right.
Yeah, and that's because the men are going through this whole like, oh, you know, my existential crisis, and they need to be able to. I also think that they need to, you know, father more children, or they have that urge to want to father more children, or like go do something creative or selfish.
You know
like,
what's interesting about that there, real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like when we get to this age, we have what's called the metamorphosis.
Yes. Oh, like your book.
And we within the chrysalis.
Yes. Oh, my.
And the men don't understand that, so they get bored with us. They want to go out and they want to go do whatever the hell they're going to do. Some guys are not like that. Obviously, they're like, I'm just going to buy a truck and I'm good, or I'm going to buy a chrysalis. Yeah. I'm going to do this or that. I'm not going to do that. But, I mean, that's the stereotypical, is they leave their wife for a younger new wife. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, we's in chrysalis stage, and then we come out in our 50s and we look fucking fab and beautiful, and the guys are like, well, what the fuck happened?
What about, I'm sorry.
I
was going through a phase. What about me? Fuck you, I'm dating a 30-year-old.
Because I think we do. I think we go through this chrysalis stage where we look old and haggard for a little bit, mm-hmm. and then all of a sudden we come out
and that's because it's all happening on top of us. Me and my friend Christy were talking about this just the other day, about how, you know, she was like, can you see it on me? Can you see the life on me that's happened? And I said, absolutely. And she was like, you can? And I said, but you know what? I was like, you look better than you ever did before, because before you're all like, huh? What? Try upholding the huh? What? In a genuine way after you know all the things that you know, mm-hmm. and you're fed up with knowing all the things that you know. And when somebody talks to you, you're like, I don't believe your bullshit, or none of this matters. Let's mm-hmm. ascend. And I think that like she was definitely, oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, I really like that. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking
We're
of,
fucking butterflies, bitches.
Yeah, we are. We're beautiful butterflies.
Did I tell you we got visited by a honeybee this morning?
Did you see that weird shot? It's on TikTok. And it's the girl, and she's like, I just love bees. Her whole thing is about bees, whatever. And she was doing like a, you know, I don't know what they call that, a video of yourself, and you're like,
A selfie?
And so it wasn't a selfie though, it was like a video, right? So she's just like hanging out, and she's like, yeah, okay, whatever.
What these
and then all of a sudden,
are doing.
A bee like comes up and it goes inside her mouth.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And she's just like this, and it was like smelling her mouth and shit. And I was like, what the fuck? But
I saw that.
Bees are cool. I don't know. You want to hear something funny? I used to be terrified of bees, like terrified.
Yeah.
And when I met you, we were in a bar and we were having lunch, and she goes up. There was a bee. It was like flying around. It was stuck inside.
Oh yeah.
And she walks over and she just like, come on. And it got on, and she goes, okay, bye. And then it goes. And you were the one who said, you were like, you don't need to be terrified. You just need to talk to them. And ever since then, now a bee comes by, and they usually come pretty aggressively at me.
And you just tell them, hey, babe, go.
They usually are like, what the fuck are you doing in my business? And I'm like, hey, I'm a friend. Like, just go that way. And then it's like, okay. And then
they very rarely sting you. They're just looking for nectar. Yeah.
But we sweet, so.
And we're honeybees, because we're name is Melissa.
So it's funny you were talking about that with Christy, that how she was like, you know, you were saying that, you know, people aren't the same or whatever. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about this. I went and saw a movie today, and I went into the bathroom, and there was like 3 or 4 girls in there, And one lady was very nice, and she was like, "Oh, is this your hat?" And the other lady was like, "No, thank you," and just like walked out. And I thought, how odd.
No.
And then I like got into that, as the mental society would say, which none of us listen to that. If you are awakened, you probably don't listen to any of the bullshit stuff. But I just felt very disassociated for a moment. You have that disassociation feeling where you're just like, wow, I'm in a room. It's like you step back from yourself and you're like, I'm in a room with a bunch of people who like are just walking.
They're literally just existing
wandering
here on this earth. I met a lady like that at HEB today.
It was very weird, and it happens all the time. I don't know
it happens
why that
a lot
just
more.
came to mind, but it did.
Does it? It happens more now, right? That you're like awakened and you're like,
yeah, for sure. No, absolutely, 100%. Because I used to be one of the people who's just like, on the storm of my day.
I asked this one lady at HEB earlier. I was like, do you have the Maybelline the nudes? Because I have a funny story about that. But it's the nude palette, and she was like, no, we don't have a lot of stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, am I at Walmart right now? And because I usually love my HEB.
Hello.
And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, you have to go to like Sephora or something. And I was like, that's why I'm here. Because I don't have a Sephora budget. I have an HEB budget. And you don't have what the fuck I need? Fuck you, bitch. But she was just miserable. Just like, she was just, didn't even make eye contact. Just stalking stuff. We don't have that here. And I was like,
yeah, it's very robotic.
It's very robotic. There's a lot of robots out there.
And you don't notice it.
Scare the bejesus out of me.
You don't notice it until you notice it. And then when you notice it.
It's like you're looking for a red car and then you see red cars everywhere.
Yeah.
I see fucking robots. I see dead people.
I see dead people. Harmony.
It's true. And I've talked to my husband about this because I'll be like, yeah, I just had one of those days where like every single person, unless it was like a real person. So like, let's say.
It makes me sad.
Even whenever I was like at work and stuff, and like I have a friend there and she would come talk to me and I'd be like, yeah, like connection, cool. And then it would be like back to the whatever. And it's like a train going by. It's the only way I can think about it. Like it's just a train, boom, boom, boom. And then you're sitting there looking at the train, happy-go-lucky, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, what the fuck? Why am I looking at this train? This train is just going by, and I don't know anything about this train, and the train doesn't care about me. It's weird. It's a very weird feeling. So many questions on me. You know? So many questions. Jeff Bridges, where are you?
For those who don't know, Jeff Bridges is
God.
He's God. I had a really intense meditation once, and God came to me in the form of Jeff Bridges.
Makes sense, actually. If you look up Jeff Bridges, like 10 years ago, you'd be like, yeah, that's totally God.
It was like a combination of the dude, and Tron, the movie.
Oh, weird.
Well, he does a voiceover on the soundtrack or whatever.
Okay, I see.
And
so it's like a booming voice.
I'll have to play it.
But then the dude.
And the weirdest part is that I hadn't even seen the movie or heard the soundtrack before this all came to me.
Yeah.
And then when I heard the soundtrack, I was like, oh, it's God. It's God. He's talking to me. Okay. Side note, and let me know what you guys think. A friend of mine who you know, I'll tell you later.
I have to see if anybody said anything. Keep going.
Yeah. Go ahead. I know we haven't even checked see if anybody's on the chat. I haven't sent it to anybody. We should send it to people. You want to send it to people?
I'll send people. You talk.
Well, I also need your opinion.
We have one viewer.
We have a viewer. It's probably me.
It's probably one of us. Yes.
So,
how do I do that?
I don't know.
Okay, keep going.
So she went through a very harrowing experience, and she's talking about things that are in the psychological sense people view that as psychosis. But having a bigger understanding and implementing parapsychology into it, and spirituality, past life regression, psychic abilities to tune in to see what your spirit guides are saying and all of that, I'm curious to see her experience told on our platform in a very raw, real way, to see if it helps other people that have had a similar experience where they've had a psychosis, and taking a more spiritual approach to it, because her and I talked about it, and she was like, I can't talk to anybody about this because they think I'm just Looney Tunes, but you just sit here and go, oh, well, that's crazy, because you probably reached another dimension. And she's like, that's exactly what it felt like. But I can't tell people that. You can't tell normies that.
If we told half of the shit that we have gone through to anyone,
we'd be in the nut
locked
house.
out.
Well, I told you, right? I had that therapist one time.
We'd all be locked up together and we'd be pretty fucking cool. I'd be like, excuse me, nurse.
It'd be like,
it's wine time now.
It's Wine Wednesday. Look, it's orange is the new black, but like for woo-woos, okay?
Could you imagine a bunch of freaking woo-woos?
People in there like fairy dancing and shit. I need my sage. I need my lighter.
Sage? You can't have a lighter.
You can't have a lighter.
Okay, I'm just going to pretend. I can visualize it.
I'm manifesting. I'm manifesting sage.
Can't have cards. You can cut yourself. I'm going to fucking color all these tarots in.
We could use toilet paper.
They give you paper.
And charcoal. Yeah. And we could make our own fucking tarot cards.
Probably
Let's go to jail.
Like way
no,
back
I'm just
in
kidding.
Day.
I need to knock on
yeah, what are you doing?
Fuck.
We should pull a card real quick.
The moon. The moon.
Very appropriate too, because it's new moon in Virgo.
Oh, new moony moons. Do we want to do a little exploration on the subject of new moon in Virgo real quick since we're here? Okay,
let's do it. I mean, like I said, I feel like I already feel that. I am so hard redecorating my house. I've done new flooring. I've painted everything. I am painting all the baseboards. I'm going cray-cray in my house. And I don't think I have hardly any Virgo in my chart.
Okay, so let's see. Virgo's naturally going to be in your 6th house. So everyday stuff. Yeah. A new beginning in your everyday life. Yeah. Simple. Done.
That's why I hate when those fuckers leave the dishes in the sink. I even put up a sign. We laughed about that today because he was like, nobody listens to your sign. I'm like, they don't listen to my sign. My sign says, put the fucking dishes away, bitches. Or if I'm nice, it says, please keep the kitchen area clean. Nobody listens to my sign.
Yeah.
So I just do it.
Wait, that's 2025. Jeez.
Too far.
Next
Too far
year.
in the future.
It's because I was looking for your Uranus conjunction.
Oh, yeah. Which that was somebody else's anyway. Mine's going on now. Mine is now.
That's so funny. I was like,
some hairs going some which ways. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see. September. Okay. Okay, there's Virgo. Okay, so tomorrow it hits the ingress. Yeah. And it'll be a new moon.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just wanted to
How
make
about that
sure.
super moon, blue moon? Did you drink any
Aquarius?
Did you drink any moon water?
Oh yeah.
I did.
No,
too.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
No.
I always drink moon water when it's something like that.
Really? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like I'm too sensitive for that shit.
I was like, I didn't have a job at that moment, so I was like, oh, supermoon.
Oh yeah. Did you accept? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
we're all good.
Oh my gosh! Yay! Congratulations. Teehee.
Thanks. Okay, let's talk about Pluto and Capricorn.
Do we have to? So listen, Linda. Pluto is basically back in Capricorn as of today at 29 degrees.
Although
I feel tomorrow.
No, it's today.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's the 1st through the 19th of November. I got it.
1st of September through the 19th of November.
Yeah, and the reason I got it is because it's been deemed as the villain era, and it's
yes. Let's talk about the villain era. Never underestimate the importance of body language. Ah! The men out there don't like a lot of blabber. They think a girl who gossips is a boy. Sorry.
So it's Capricorn, Virgo, Libra, Aries. I think Taurus. Maybe Pisces. Anyway, so what it all means is those motherfuckers, myself included, and my husband included, have been going through this shit since 2008, right? 16 years. Pluto and Aquarius. I mean, Pluto and Capricorn. Yeah.
I was like, no.
I get it. And now that we got like a little taste of that Pluto and Aquarius.
It was a great time.
Yeah.
It was fabulous. I was so excited to have Pluto in fucking Aquarius.
Yeah. Things were going. It was just like...
It's going. We're reinventing ourselves. We're saying fuck you to the man. Mm-hmm. Like everything is good. We're reinventing.
Yes. But unfortunately, in those people's lives and in politics, we're a little bit back into Capricorn.
I almost thought you said bollocks.
No, politics. I don't want to get kicked off. I don't want to get... But here's what it means. The villain era is you no longer take shit. You no longer are the people-pleasing person. You're deciding that you come first because, again, you had a little bit of a taste of, oh, that's what life could be like. And then it got so taken back.
Yes, as soon as it went into, I was like,
everybody's pissed.
This is what I want.
Because we're like, what the fuck? Like I was there, now I'm here again. Because I think that there was like maybe a week before that, it kind of started to stir a little bit. And
this
I only
started in last year.
No, I know, but I'm saying where it was going back into Capricorn. Mm-hmm. I feel like about a week and a half ago is whenever it started to get that feeling.
Yes, because it started to slow down.
And the reason I know this is because my husband's Capricorn, and he was just like, he's like, no more. I don't want to deal with that. I'm not dealing with that shit. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not doing that. And then I started going, well, fuck you. I'm not dealing with that either, right? Like it was this, both of us feeling like, no, we're not going back to that place. And so anyway, if those are your signs, or if you are feeling that, that could be why you're feeling that, is because you've been a people pleaser all your life, and we're coming into this era of not having to do that. We're going to almost be accelerated into our new life. And if you're not feeling that at all, and you're like, whatever, I don't know what you're talking about, well, then lucky freaking you, because you're just going to keep on skating forward for the next 25 years after November 19th. But the rest of us, we're going to be in shit fucking hole for like 2.5 months. So there's that. And it'll be really interesting to see what happens politic-wise, in all honesty.
It is going to be very interesting.
Because everybody's going to be back in their Capricorn mode. But yet we're going into Aquarius after election, or I guess right before election.
Right after.
Right after. Yeah, because the election's on the 16th, right? Something like that. 6th?
Or the 4th.
Oh.
It's like the first week.
Well, anyway, it'll be after that. So what might happen is a lot of people might be like, oh, shit, I made the wrong choice. Because they're going to be voting in the Capricorn Pluto. But then they're going to go into Pluto and Aquarius and be like, oh, shit, no, wait, I changed my mind.
I think it's going to happen no matter what, no matter which way you vote. I think you're going to feel that way no matter what.
Well, that's what happened last time, remember? We're not going to talk about that.
We're not going to talk about that.
It is what happened last time.
So to go back to the whole like villain era thing, a lot of people, regardless of like where their transits are right now and stuff like that, they are feeling the whole fuck this. I'm not being true to myself. I need to be true to myself. What do I want?
What do I want? It's very much what do I want?
What do I want? And when I talk to God, like, that one time, well, one of the times,
the Jeff Bridges God.
Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, well, actually, this was after Jeff Bridges.
Oh, different God.
This was he was like, it was like that booming, thundery, rolling. Mm-hmm. It's not even a voice. It's just, thoughts.
That's what my angel one was
don't
like.
Don't put me in a home.
Where did I go?
He was like, everybody needs to get the fuck on board and play their part. Play your part. What is your role in this life? What do you need to do that's true to your heart? Are you being true to your heart? Nobody's being true to their heart, so the puzzle pieces aren't fitting, so we can't expand. So I'm going to burn it the fuck down, which was basically the message. And I was like, you would do that again? He was like, fucking in a heartbeat. And I was like, oh shit. And which is what led me to my villain era, because I was like,
that's true. You actually went through your villain era during that time. I think you're kind of over it now.
Now
to a certain degree.
Now I'm embracing the darkness, the hair. Yeah.
But I think you really were. I think you were going through your villain era.
Fuck everybody.
It's true. Yeah.
Yes. And I think that a lot of people are going through that now.
Now. Yeah. Yeah. And supposedly my sign is too. However, I don't really feel it 100%. Like I can tell, like the hubby, 100%. He's like, fuck this, fuck that. I don't care. I don't care what you mean to me. Nope, I'm not doing it anymore. And I'm kind of like, I think with him, I'm kind of like, no. Actually, no, I guess with my kids too. Some of my kids. My bad kids. Just kidding, I don't have bad kids. Naughty kids. Like with them, I guess I am too. I'm a little bit like, hey, like, don't take my love for granted. And that's where he's coming from too, right? He's like, don't take my love for granted. Go. Yes.
No, I'm sorry. I get excited when you say something that I resonate with, because that's exactly how I felt over the last week. Yeah. It was like, ugh.
Yeah, don't take...
This isn't being reciprocated.
Yeah.
I'm putting out, giving, and I'm not getting the same shit back. Reining it the fuck back in without an apology.
That's what I'm saying. I think that because you went through your villain era, you can do that.
I can do that
and you can do it quick.
And I can do it with almost no emotion.
Yeah.
And I say almost
whereas we're trying to learn to do that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because we're like, wait a minute. You're taking my love for granted. You're having
the realization of, ugh.
Yeah.
You're there. I had the realization. Now when I see it, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah. You immediately go, no. Now it's a little different when you have kids, family members, whatever. Yeah. You have to do it with a certain je ne sais quoi. But it's the same thing.
Fuck the je ne sais quoi.
That's what we want to say. We want to go, fuck your shit.
Fuck your shit.
But.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. I'm free to be able to do those things.
Yeah,
however,
I think we're learning in our villain era to take a hold without being too much of an asshole. But we're also very assholey because we're fucking tired of this shit. Like me personally, I literally have been a people pleaser all my life. Oh, what is that group? There's a group where they say it's like for AAs, like people who are partners with AA.
Not victims, but like supporters or survivors, or it's some kind of like support group. It's like
some kind of support
family
group.
Members of, or whatever.
And what you tend to see there is people who are the brain damage. Here we
enabler?
Go. No,
because they can be.
That's true because of the fact that they're
trying to people please.
They are people pleasers.
They need approval.
There's a certain word for it, but I can't think of it. But yes.
I want to help you. I'm so bad right now.
Start with an A, sound like. 2 words.
Let's go to the chat. Does anybody know what the fuck we're talking about?
What is Melissa trying to say now? I don't know.
We need a support group for that.
But the point being that when you are in a traumatic situation, toxic, whatever, there's the ones that are toxic, and then there's the ones who are receiving the toxicity, and those individuals are the ones that no matter what they're with that person or another person, they're always going to try to Are you okay? What can I do for you? You seem mad. Don't get mad.
Yeah, what do they call that?
I can't remember. I'll think about it and I'll put it in the chat later. But
Acts.
anyway, but I think that's what I think all of us go through. First of all, it's not just these signs. I think all of us go through it. But I think
we do.
Certain times for each sign has to go through this villain era where they're like a stand up. I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm tired of being the doormat.
And you know what? I'm going to say this right now. I hate that it's called, I don't hate, but I think that it's stupid that it's called the villain era because
it's really not villainous.
It's not villainous when you are standing in your own truth and you're standing up for yourself and you're giving yourself love. It's just that everybody else sees it as an opposition because you're creating a boundary so that you don't get fucking stepped on.
Yeah.
And all of the characters and all of the history of mankind, all of the ones that did that, they're all the villains.
I know, it's stupid.
And all the people that just like laid down their life for everybody and
are the heroes.
Are the fucking heroes. You know what? No. And I decided this last year. I was like, fuck this. Yeah. I'm not going to be the fucking hero. I'm not going to be the person that just says, sure, walk all over me.
Yeah.
And everybody wants that person as their friend. Everybody wants,
that is
oh my God,
relationship.
she's so sweet. She would never say anything. She would never hurt anybody. And of course, we all love that person. We all adore that person. They're so sweet. And if they ever were to say anything in opposition to what we're saying, we'd be thrown back.
Then you're done.
We'd be like, oh my God, oh my God. But that is no way to live your life unless you are one of those really, really, really sweet angels.
Yeah. Where
you come down, you float down, and you have absolutely nothing negative to say because you're like, y'all are all stupid. And I don't have
petty.
And petty. And I don't have to say anything. I can just sit here and go like this. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
And I know a few people like that. I work with a lady like that. She's just fucking amazing. She would never say anything bad about anybody. She is that type. Did you pull a card?
7 of Wands.
Giving up the fight.
Giving up the fight. I'm randomly pulling tarot cards just so y'all know. I got told in the beginning to do that instead of like one tarot reading at the end to just kind of.
I like it
when I get pinged.
It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so villain era is more about like owning your shit, and I feel like a lot of us are going through that right now. Plain and simple.
Yeah,
I had some bad HEP sushi. What else were we gonna talk about? Mercury retrograde.
I'm looking now.
Oh, and by the way, reverting back to Mercury retrograde, everything was completely fucked. My phone and my internet were shut off. I had paid my bill. Still shut it off. It was like, my bank said you took the money out. We didn't get the money. Well, you did. No? Okay, that's fine. Everything's fine. Some other shit happened with my car. And then, like, stuff at work with all of our internet, stuff like that. It was a complete fucking shit show. Complete shit show. For the whole 3.5, 4 weeks that Mercury was in retrograde.
Yeah.
Why can't I say the word?
Retrograde.
Retrograde. Anyway.
Synchronicities. That's what we're going to talk about.
Synchronicities.
It's been really big for me lately.
Tell me.
So way back in the beginning of my awakening, it was like seeing numbers constantly. 111, 222, 333, 444. Saw 333 and 444 a lot in 111. But the synchronicities that I've been getting now are like, we'll talk about a situation.
It's more abstract. It's not a number. It's
like we'll talk about a situation and somebody else will tell me about that situation, the same kind of situation. Yes. And then I'll see it on a movie. And then one of my kids will say something and I'm like, what the fuck? You know, and it's like, it's very strange. It's not numbers anymore. I mean, I still get numbers.
Yeah, I still get them too. But I still get 1111 a lot.
Yeah, I do. I get that.
I'm like, I don't want to start over again.
I know. But I think it's not just that. I think it's also like, what are you thinking about in that moment that you need to pay attention to?
Yes.
But yeah, it's been very, very abstract.
Well, like that dream I had last night. I woke up at 2:55 to a message that was sent at 2:53 about the exact same subject matter.
Oh yeah, see, that's interesting.
Yeah. And like wide awake. There was no ding because I don't have my notifications on.
Yeah.
I just woke up and I was like, I looked at the clock and I was like, no, why am I awake?
That's how my husband woke me up this morning.
Are
to
you
see
alive?
if I was alive. I thought I was dead. He goes,
your fingers are so cold.
yeah, I'm cold.
They're so refreshing.
This is called menopause.
Do you want a sweater?
Post-menopause. Actually, I feel comfortable.
Do you want some prenatals? Something to like get your juices going? I don't. Some red wine. Oh, you know what? On that note, I need a refill. Do you want anything?
I do. I'll take a little bit, and then I gotta pee.
Do you want red wine or do you want that? Okay,
I don't have any more.
I'll put it in a different glass.
Okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't want me to have my spicy michelada in my wine. Who knows though? That could be an amazing experience.
Maybe it is. I have a fresh bottle in here because it's the one you left last time.
Oh.
Do you get some in it?
No, we'll just see what happens with my cup.
Curious, like,
Put it in my cup. Let's see. I'm not scared. Adventure. I'm an Adventure Time person, so.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I am too.
All right. While she's doing that,
Mine.
I got Page of Cups reversed.
Well, now I have to do it. God dang it.
I got the World upright.
Upright?
I got Page of Cups reversed, World's upright. And then Temperance reversed.
This is going to be some shit. We're probably going to have to shit after this.
Okay, can you talk to them about these 3 cards? I have got to go to the restroom. I have issues.
It literally just tastes like michelada.
But with sweetness.
Do you want me to put some music on?
No, just do those cards.
Okay, hold on. I gotta get my focus back. We lost the focus again. You know what? I'm done with technology. I'm done with it. Are you talking to the cat? Come on. Come on. Sorry about my boobs. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Yes? No? Oh, there we go. Okay, I did it. Oh, it's out of focus again. This is bullshit. Okay, well, whatever. Okay, so we have, well, that's fucking great. Okay, so we started off the entire reading with the Moon card. 7 of Wands reversed. There we go. Will it hold it? Will it hold it? Will it hold it? No, because you're a pussy ass bitch. Sorry. And then we have the Page of Cups reversed. The World upright. And the and the Temperance in reverse. Ugh.
Sorry.
What is that noise?
People out there.
Oh, is that outside?
I have to show you her new kitty.
Oh, I have a new tea-tat.
Kitty.
That's my tea-tat. Her name is Honey Lala Lourdes Urban. She has a lot of names.
So what'd you read?
Well, I was trying to get him in focus, but it won't focus unless we're both sitting here.
Oh.
I feel like it's gonna be a little bit of a rough transition over the next few weeks. I do, but they're also wondering they need to be shuffled, and they're like, stop pulling.
I already shuffled.
You shuffled
again?
Yeah, they were like,
oh, well,
they're
I
like,
shuffled.
Stop pulling.
Look, it's a person with a cat.
Ow. That's you. That's the Queen of Wands.
I know. I had the kitties. I had the kitties in my laps. She's adorable.
Isn't she precious?
So, in case you want to know.
Just kidding.
She's like, oh, what the fuck?
I love you. You keep me up all night long. I can keep you up for a minute.
So we usually do some cards and a message. So I got told to do the cards prior while we were doing it. So she told you that part. So this next part is
no, I haven't talked about it yet.
Oh, just kidding.
So you know what I get with these right here? This whole I keep hitting the fucking microphone. What I get with this dynamic right here?
You can see them. They're good.
I get this overwhelming sense of I know it doesn't sound right. I know it's out of balance. I know that nothing I really do right now is going to make sense.
Which is perfect because
but I have to do it anyway.
Yeah.
I got to go on this journey.
We don't have a choice.
We don't have a choice right now.
Yeah. We just have to kind of go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
Yeah.
Go with the flow because I feel like
and it's gonna feel out of balance. It's gonna feel weird.
And there's a lot of like, and I think it's being brought on by this new moon, this transit that we're having right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you want to talk about these, or do you want me to?
No, go for it.
So we get the Queen of Wands, which is very much an Aries energy. She goes for it. She does not care. Like this one is an Aries. And whenever we get ready to do this show, she's like, yeah, let's go. Let's do it. And I'm like,
let's go. Meanwhile, she's like, I got to prepare like 3 days before.
I got to set up a bunch of shit. And she's like, that's how it's doing on our phones. And I'm like, ah. But it's about getting the message across. Yeah, she's going to be like, what are we doing? And this has been coming out a lot for not just... Oh my God, it's that michelada. Michelada wine. The Four of Pentacles, which is usually kind of a like miserly, stubborn, fearful. It's mine. I'm afraid of losing anything that I've worked for. The fact that we have it in reverse is great because it's like it goes back to the whole theme of just ride the wave, let it go. I think also we're working on mastering our shadow, mastering the villain, mastering the fear, not worrying too much about having control. And then we get the wand or the
Ace of Wands,
the Ace of Swords in reverse.
I mean, yeah, Ace of Swords. My bad. Stagnant.
This one pisses me off because this is usually some kind of message from spirit, or like if you've said your prayers or if you've been manifesting.
Big ass black.
Yes, it's a big ass black. And when I look at it, it's interesting because there's like this, you see this glove of like thorns, and it's upholding this sword that's holding a crown. That's a lot of weight to carry, and it's painful. And I feel like in reverse, we're kind of like, this is not in my control. This is not my idea. This is not my cross to bear. I'm here for the fucking ride. That's what I feel like we're at right now. Oh, look! And it's party time.
This is your last two.
So collaboration with other people for sure. Ting ting.
To me, that tells me that while we're going through this, the best thing that you can do is to just like be out with your peeps. Like, just don't worry that things aren't going the way and that you have all of these.
It's like this.
Yeah.
It's like when you're out with your friends or you're socializing, you're going to be like, okay, everything's okay. Yeah. We're okay. And then you're going to go home and you're going to be like, everything sucks. And what are we going to do? And holy shit. And then, oh, nope, we're back out with our friends or we're having a conversation. Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah. Sounds like my life.
Yeah. That's actually been the last week for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because yeah.
And that was your last one. Or our all collective last one.
Oh! And chariot reversed on top.
This was your last one. The 9 of Cups.
Yeah, the 9 of Cups. Reversed. Well, that's under the deck.
Yes.
I like to look under the deck. I want to look under the deck.
No, this was the one under the deck.
I know.
Right. She's like, I don't give a fuck. There's another one.
There's another. I'm looking at it. It's showing me its face. Yeah, we got 9 of Cups in reverse. 9 of Cups is, sitting fat and happy in all of your glory. You've accomplished all the things that you needed to do emotionally. And in reverse, it's like you're just wondering what's the next step. How can we get to the ultimate? How can I be ultimately fulfilled, ultimately happy? And it's that old saying, like, when you finally get what you want, are you really happy?
Yeah.
Are you ever going to quit? Like, do we ever really get what we want? And when we do, like, all these, people that
fulfilled.
The people that get money overnight, like, they either squander it or they commit suicide or whatever. Oops, sorry, they unalive themselves. This fucking algorithms.
I think what all of this is saying, especially with the chariot reverse underneath, is saying that, like, it's out of our control. There will be our ebb and flow.
That's weird.
But we can't stop it. There's nothing we can do.
Absolutely not. We're on a ride. We're on a roller coaster.
We're on the ride. We can't stop. I don't care if you're throwing up. Like, too bad. Like, it just is what it is. Which I think is the quote-unquote villain era, right? Is that it's going to be a couple months where we're going to feel like, God damn it, not again. That's what we're going to feel.
I know.
Like, I thought we were going somewhere, and now we're not going anywhere.
Yeah. I was feeling that today. I was like, I don't want to revisit where I was the last time Pluto was here. I don't want to go through that again. But the upside is that I've been there.
Yeah, we learned.
We've been there. We went through it. So whatever it is that we're going to have to go through again, we're going to be okay. It's not going to be as bad as it was last time because we're going to be like, oh, this shit again.
Yeah.
Let me just kick back with my friends. Let's make some music. It'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Well, and I think if we didn't have our friends, and I'm going to say this for the entirety of Pluto and Capricorn, if we didn't have our friends, whether they were new or old or whatever, if we didn't have them to lean on during that time and this time now, like, I don't know if any of us would have survived. Unless you were a bot. Because it was so grind.
It was rough. It was really rough.
Gotta get to the mission.
Capricorn. Yeah. And if you were alone, you did a lot of self-growth.
If you were awakened.
You found your peace, like me. Like I was alone a lot, and I didn't have a significant other. I felt very isolated from all of my friends because everybody else had their significant others.
Yeah.
And then I went through all of my personal stuff.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel connected, but because of the growth that I had done up to that point.
Hello.
That's my neighbors.
Okay.
I was able to survive the bullshit because we all went through some bullshit.
Yeah. Very true.
But it's so good to be back.
Yay.
Hopefully we will be doing this every single week, same day, roughly same time.
Here or there.
And I think maybe I'd like to start having on a guest each week to talk about their experience.
Cool.
In different subject matters. I think that would be great.
It's like a Q&A live session.
Man, I think it'd be so good just to talk about some shit. That way people out there that are like, you know, the people that we want to watch our show can say, oh, this person went through this too. I'm not alone. I'm not crazy. Or I am crazy, but I'm not alone. I think that
reminds me, one more thing, that Uranus in Scorpio.
Uranus.
I said that earlier and I got yelled at by my husband. He's like, it's not in your Venus. I was like,
Uranus.
It's
Uranus.
in Uranus.
Or what was the girl that we were listening to? Uranus. Uranus. Excuse me. What do you want
You
to
put
do?
an avocado on the dirt, bitch. It's Uranus. Anyway, apparently, it's 1974 to 1981. That's Uranus in Scorpio. Mm-hmm. All of those people
were fucked.
Apparently, har. Do you remember I used to make you do that all the time? I'm a Kundalini teacher too. I used to make her do that all the time.
It's Kundalini yoga.
Hey, you saw some shit back then, let me just tell you. Anyway, apparently...
we had a good one. We'll be able to take that part at least.
Uranus
Uranus
has in common eccentric, witchy nature, occult, awakened, like all these things.
Yeah.
Be Scorpio-esque.
Yeah, it's outside of the...
that we all like look for in each other. I think if you're awakened, but like
within our like little group. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all I got.
Okay, well, so should we end it on that?
Let me see if I have a message.
Yeah. Do you have your pendulum?
No, I didn't bring it.
I'm a Leo, of course. I'm looking at my hair in the monitor.
Okay.
It's a jet.
Said yes. Don't worry about the way you feel. Worry about what you do.
Like do the work kind of thing?
Sort of. Can you elaborate? The steps you take. Whoa. Yeah, something on me. The steps you take in this moment throughout the next couple months are going to lead you to where you will be and feel at home in. There you go. It's your message.
I like it. Wah, 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 wah.
Okay. That's it, peeps.
Alrighty, we are so glad that we were able to come back on here, and we hope to see y'all again next week. If you want, like and subscribe to our channel. You can visit us on Instagram at honeybeeawakened.
One of these days, TikTok. I don't know.
She's going to be in charge of our TikTok.
I'm gonna try.
Why don't you just go ahead and do that? IW Queen of the TikTok.
Well, you just sent me the thingy, so I will. Queen of TikTok. Ready.
Ding. Until then, we love you. We are Honeybee Awakened, and Namaste,
bitches.
motherfuckers.
It is namaste, motherfuckers. Brain damage.
Just very.
1, 2, 3.
It's fine.
One more time.
Namaste, motherfuckers. Not bad. Not bad for a first time.
Stop.
You want to stop?
Stop. Oh my God. Totally jacked that one up, didn't I, with my bitches?
I think it's still going.
That's okay. I'll let y'all know. That was something. What the fuck?
Hold on, baby. Hold on.
You get stuck on her?
Yeah.